Great, so time for the buzz here on Expresso this morning, and very interestingly, on the 12th of April, that marked the International Week for Human Spaceflight. There's a whole week set aside just to celebrate what we've achieved over the past couple of years.
I don't know, I still think it's a conspiracy. We haven't landed on the moon.
We haven't been in
Transformers,
space.
man. I saw it in Transformers.
But what about like Star Trek, man? Come on. So anyway, we have Jacobus Kriel with us this morning. Jacobus, very nice to have you, man. Just to give us a bit of indication as what this week is really all about.
Yes, absolutely. So the week is basically Yuri Gagarin was a Russian and he was sent into space in 1961. So he was the first guy to ever go into space. Only 108 minutes though, so where he had one orbit around Earth. So you can imagine at the speed he had to travel in 108 minutes around the world. And now we're celebrating it years later every week. And it starts off, as you said, the 12th of April every year.
And it's really to celebrate how far we've come as well, and to look at things of how far we've come.
Well, it's all forced almost like by the space race, that the US versus Russia. And Russia luckily won this one, but obviously, as we know, the US won the moon landing. If it's true.
So
apparently.
How far are we in the race? Like if the US was Usain Bolt and then, whatever, where would we be? We've got Mark Shuttleworth. He's been out there somewhere. How far are we?
T-shirt, man.
I think we are quite behind though. although we do have Mark Shuttleworth was the first and most well-known one, but we also have Elon Musk, which is like the super South African billionaire guy that owns PayPal.
Oh my word, yes.
And Tesla Motors, which is an electrical motor company. And the third thing that he owns is SpaceX, which actually collaborates with NASA to take cargo. And later in 2023, he wants to take humans, or 2015 actually.
Yeah? So that's like 2 years ago.
2015. He wants to take humans up into this International Space Station.
It's great.
And NASA just digs him, eh?
Are we still looking at a $2 million price tag for the flight?
No, this is actually a different international company that offers commercial space flights to people. So if you have 2 million rand, then obviously you can go and you're on the list. But there's actually a special. So if you want to book for you and your mates, 6 seats for 10 million rand.
Do you take EFT transfers? Because I like to do it that way.
Yes,
we'll go halves.
I actually think they take student cards as well.
So Jacobus, also very interesting. I mean, not only have we achieved so much over the past years and traveling in space, but that actually helped us, or by doing that, it helped us here on Earth as well with a couple of interesting gadgets which we have here on the table.
You're loving your gyrobot there, gyroscope.
I was playing with, well, you need to tell me what it is.
So let's just start off with your inner soul, which is obviously for your shoe. And this was used for the space booties that they walked on the moon. Your boot, not that.
Space boot.
Yeah,
space booties.
Boots. Yes. Let's go for boots right there. And something I think Mark Shuttleworth would have loved is babuti. Freeze-dried.
So how would you eat that, actually?
Technology was so advanced now that they can actually throw in hot water, and this just becomes a babuti.
That is incredible.
And now it's brilliant for hikers, for long cyclists, whatever.
Yes,
and check this out, what is this? This is a form of space food as well. What is this?
So this is how they started, and so because of zero gravity, they had to physically squeeze it out like toothpaste to eat their food. This wasn't exactly the most amazing cuisine that they had options for.
Yeah, it's the Russian-flavored khlasglam.
Yes, and this became more extended. But you can see this is much more gooey, so it had to stick to the spoon if they want to eat it. Because if it doesn't, then it flies up into the air.
Having your babuti in space and everything just flies around.
Apparently, they also once, I think it was with the Gemini 3, they took in soda drinks into space, and they only found there that they can't really burp. So they had trouble burping, and because if you're here, then the water and the gas separates. So but over there, it doesn't.
Everything is
it's a kind of awkward situation.
So apparently,
that's a topic for another time.
Things are getting fancy in space now because they even have space ice cream.
How cool is this,
dude?
So space ice cream, and it's already ready to eat. So you just open it up, and it becomes ice cream.
Does it get cold?
I really feel we have to prove this.
You need to.
Come on.
Stay away.
Come on, man.
Wow.
Yes.
This is classified NASA property, guys.
For $3. $3.
Tell us about the gyroscope.
And this is a gyroscope, and this stuff is used. Although this is a very small type, this is more a toy at the moment, but these gyroscopes keep satellites in the air to really accurately pinpoint. And stuff like tracking devices are also one of the big things that are installed in vehicles, and if it wouldn't be possible from space travel. The other thing is a lot of the viewers for the Expresso Expresso show wouldn't be able to view the Expresso show if they didn't have satellite TV.
Wow.
So we also thank satellites and human space travel for actually having to watch Expresso show.
There's our space blankets.
So this is a space blanket. Wait, how does it keep you warm? It looks like just a piece of like foil.
Yes, well, obviously in this case it uses solely your body heat, but it totally eliminates cold from the outside, and you know, the warmer your body is, the warmer you'll get.
Wow.
But this was already developed in 1963.
That is so crazy, man. Wow. I know that, I mean, we've all been momotivated or inspired by space travel. I mean, you know, at home, you know, you've looked into the mirror one day while brushing your teeth and went, we've all done it. We've all done it, right?
Yeah,
right?
yeah, okay.
Thank you. I don't feel alone anymore. But Leanne got together with Jacobus the other day at the Space Center to really find out about some of our South African local space heroes and what they've been up to. So take a look at this.
Did you know that South Africa has been an active participant in the global space enterprise? Leanne set out to get an overview of SA's historical and current space activities.
I'm here at the Cape Town Science Centre in Observatory, about to delve into the world of space travel. Now, while many other countries have made significant strides in space exploration, I'm here to find out what South Africa has contributed. And here to tell us more is our space expert, Jacobus Kriel. Jacobus, I want to find out first of all about how space travel actually started.
Well, oddly enough, it all started in World War II, where Germany tried to make rockets even better and faster and with a bigger boom. The US, as well as the Soviet Union, actually took the technology to design rockets to go into space. This means the entire space race was actually boosted by technology that the Germans supplied.
Now, I see this interesting suit here with the name M. Shuttleworth.
This is actually Mark Shuttleworth's suit that he went into space with. So if you feel it, this is real. Starting off with the visor, this is gold-plated so the light can reflect back and doesn't really blind him when he's out in space. Here's the pressure valve for his oxygen so that his air pressure inside his suit constantly stays the same. This entire suit is fireproof. They tested it underwater, and he can go with the suit independently for up to 5 hours. With the new suits, they can go up to 9 hours, but the first suit had like an umbilical cord connected to the space shuttle itself, and that kind of made it hard for them to maneuver.
Wow, this is such a surreal moment, knowing that this suit was actually up in space. But I'm quite interested to find out what this capsule behind him is actually about.
Well, this is an exact replica of the original Soyuz capsule that Mark Shuttleworth and his mates came back with. Now, so you can imagine, if you're claustrophobic, this isn't quite the job for you, as this is a very small capsule and 3 of them had to come in here, and when you plummet back to Earth, then this entire thing lights up because it hits the air at a phenomenal speed, and parachutes shoot up to break you, hitting the sea and hoping that someone will get you.
Now, I know we've always been curious about what's happening in the world and especially outer space. But right now, there is a Mars rover on Mars called Curiosity. Tell me more about that.
The primary reason for it being up there is looking for water. Inside water, there's oxygen. If they do find water, Mars might be the next place to live.
Now, I know there's so much more to be discovered in the world and in outer space. How is South Africa continuing to contribute to what we're learning about outer space?
Well, the next big thing for South Africa, or South African-born people, is Elon Musk. He was born in Pretoria, and he started a company called SpaceX. And they have this amazing contract with NASA where they work together to take cargo to the International Space Station. And in 2015, they're planning to take up humans as well.
While you save up for space tourism, take a look at the South African National Space Agency, or SANSA's website. And the Cape Town Science Centre is open 7 days a week. A ticket costs only 38 Rand.
Definitely worth a visit. The centre is awesome. I have to ask the question. I'm not taking you to space with me, bro. I'm sorry.
Dude, you can't even
It's a
simple
liability, bro.
gyroscope.
It's a liability.
I'm used to more complex technology.
Yeah.
You can do it. You know.
Alright.
So how close to Mars are we? Will we see it in our lifetime?
Well, we think we just took a step back, though.
Maybe more than one.
There's a company called Mars One, a Dutch company, and they are trying to get $6 billion together now in terms of making a reality TV show where they want to send 4 people into space by 2023. Not just space, they want people to send to Mars to live there. Which means, but the problem is, the catch is, it's a one-way ticket. So you'll go there, but you won't come back. And every 2 years, they'll send 4 more people there to eventually start an entire colony. So this is an artist illustration of how it could look like in quite a few millennia.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
You know, the crazy thing is we've got biodomes already. We've got
Yes.
cities that are very advanced that kind of run in their own little microcosm.
Yes.
We've seen it on Earth
Yes.
already. We can do this. We can
Yes,
live on Mars.
so they think that they have, with current technology, enough technology to build this. But the interesting thing is, to build all this, they will be using 3D printers. And these 3D printers will use...
printers?
Yes, they will actually use stuff that's already on Mars, and these printers will change it into physically stuff like cement and print
building
your next
materials,
home. So that technology is already there.
It sounds like something that Steven Spielberg was very involved in, right?
Yes,
now.
possibly.
I can't fathom it. I can't fathom it happening.
So it'll be Richard Branson, definitely. Maybe we send Bieber, hey? And his little monkey, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man, would you do it? Would you go to Mars?
You know what?
One-way ticket.
One-way ticket.
Hell no.
I would love to go into space one day. I would really love to.
yeah.
But if it's a one-way ticket, I don't know, man. I love planet Earth.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about 2023, that's 10 years from now.
Yes,
Kian will be 10 years old.
Exactly.
And heaven knows that, you know, space... I don't know.
I can't do it. But you know what? It would be
that is
very interesting if
crazy.
you can actually break that barrier and get to Mars, because I think that's one of the biggest challenges at the moment for us, is to actually get there.
Yes, but they're already scouting for people to go there. Wow. But there's a very strict procedure. So they really want people that, I mean, as you're going to live for the rest of your life with those other 3 people, you probably kind of have to be comfortable with them in a tight vicinity. So it's very strict measurements as to who
Lots of
and what type of group
testing.
they will be
It's
sending
going to be
through there.
very interesting.
How long
Yeah,
will it
because-
take before we sign out? How long will it take to get to Mars?
They'll be leaving in 2022.
With the actual
so
travelling time.
it takes a year traveling time to get there.
Oh my goodness, you actually get
Yes.
older while you're on your way there.
Yes.
Wow, okay. But I
Aye,
think
aye,
clearly, I think
aye.
a show, you know, to all our youngsters out there, science and technology is actually quite a lucrative business to go into.
Clearly.
Study. Make sure that you get those marks right. Who knows? You could be that person who goes on to Mars.
Yeah, man.
But it's a one-way ticket, just remember. Terms
Jacobus-
and conditions apply.
Jacobus, thank you so much, man. Listen, there's your gyro. I think I broke it. Don't take me with you to space, eh? I'm so sorry.
We're going to take a quick break, guys. We'll be right back while we try to repair
Give it
the
a
gyro.
try. Let's try and fix this thing.